Hi, I'm Jill Clifton of Landscape of Mothers, and I've been thinking a lot about teenagers lately and realizing that people who are teenagers now have had such a different experience of the world than most of us who came before. So, what I'm specifically talking about is like those who were still really truly children when the pandemic lockdown happened in 2020. And but basically, for anybody who was still a kid then, so anybody who was a child enough not to have really created a solid identity yet, which I would say probably doesn't happen until our late teens, early 20s, where we begin to have a really truly like comprehensive, solid idea of who we are. Before that, it's mostly predicated on what our parents believe and think and the way they behave. And so we haven't really truly had a chance to self-define before, say, 15 to 18, right? And so there's a lot of rebellion in there. Sometimes there's a lot of like searching for stuff, but we haven't really grabbed anything by the time we're 15 that makes us feel like who we are. And so anybody who was under 15 when the pandemic lockdown happened was put in a position where since then the external world, so like country, large community, state, these big social waves or whatever, everything since then has been a catastrophe, has been a disaster, has been an urgency, and so they have been really locked into traumatic processing and coping. They're just, every time they thought they had their feet under them, it's been pulled out again. And so, and I just mean this is as the perception of constant threat, right? So it's not a particular side of the aisle or anything. It's just that everything in the external world has been couched in these really urgent messages, and a lot of them not untrue. So everybody's feeling this kind of pressure. And I've been thinking about what that means for the development of this generation. And I think that as parents, the best we can do is to try to create some sense of foundation, some sense of consistency, some sense of reliability, or we have their backs, right? And because I think that's the one thing that we can do in the face of all of the cultural and like outside societal things that we aren't able to control or stop. And so our best bet is at home to be practicing the things that allow us to feel a sense of stability and reliability and connectedness, and in the hopes that it provides enough of that for the nervous systems of our kids who are really out in this world dealing with so much uncertainty. All right. Good luck out there.